Hi there, this video is basically titled "If you only watch one video about Agency 247 then this is the one." And fundamentally it's a quick run through of what Agency 247 does from start to finish, and I'll rattle it out as fast as I can. So I'm at agency247.net, I click the login button and I'm into my demo straight away. I arrive in the back end control panel, but I'm not going to go there first. I'm going to actually go to the front end, which is the bit that you're working most of the time and the place where your clients will work with you. So this is the whole point of Agency 247. It's a portal for you to work with your clients. This is not another agency management system. We have one of those, which I've mentioned before, and it's out soon. But this is Client Portal. This is a product that nobody's built. This is a product that agencies need, okay? This is the collaboration of all the sweet spots of all those platforms that everybody uses, from Proof HQ to Basecamp to asset management. This is putting together all those sweet spots into one place, okay? So I'm logged in, but as I'm the agency, I can actually see I've got 3 clients. So I've got my client test, which is where I can play around. You can set yourself up with an Agency 247 account and play around with the client test client as long as you want. I can then add clients, so I've got my brewery, my fashion retailer client and my printer client, and I can add a client and give them access for free for 30 days, and then thereafter I, the agency, start paying for my client portal after 30 days, and that starts at $49.50 a month. Which you'll see all the pricing scale on our website. But fundamentally, I can move around as the agency and see exactly what my customers are seeing, whether I'm the brewery or the fashion retailer or whatever. Okay, so I'm now in the fashion retailer, and what you can see straight in front of me is this little panel here, and this is just a banner that you can alter here and literally just create updates for your clients, for awards that you've won, or look at our catwalk videos that we've just done for the Milan Fashion Week. So this is something that where you can promote stuff for the agency to that client, and that's specific to that client. So I've got a different banner running on my brewery. So look at the award new winning packaging that we've done. I can upload details, I can add a web link, etc, etc. It's just a little panel that gives you a place to promote your agency to your clients when they log in. Below that I can see recently added assets that have been put into the system, and live jobs, etc, etc, etc. So basically it splits into 2 things. Your clients won't see this admin button, but they will see production and assets. And literally, production is all about jobs, and assets is all about exactly that. It's a digital asset management system that you give to your clients for them to use to store their assets, and for you to use as well, for your studio guys and your account managers. And all of the digital asset management system is configured to that client. So with this being a fashion retailer, I've got things like men's and women's and kids. I've got skirts and shoes and blouses and jackets and dresses. Whereas if I was logged in as my brewery, I'd be seeing things like pump clips and brands like Heineken or Mitchells and Butler, not Hugo Boss and Paul Smith. So everything is configured in the back end to your client to work around their business model. So I can click an asset, I can view it, I can see all the detailed specification of that. If this was a job, so let's say this was a brochure, and it was the final PDF, then I could also upload toolbox files here, which would be the InDesign files, the raw images, the retouch files. If it was a photo shoot, it could be video, it could be raw, etc, etc. So it's a place for your clients to house their assets. Could be Word files, could be PDFs, could be whatever they want, but it's also a place for you to upload your final jobs and to use their asset management system, etc. And the benefits of that are basically when I want to create a job, my clients can add an asset to the brief, or the account manager can add an asset to the brief. So if I'm doing a promotion on this blue dress, I can add it to my light box. Up here I've got my light box, and here I've got the blue dress that I've just added. And if I wanted to, I could add that straight into the brief. Okay, which means that not only am I making sure you've got the right product, but it also means that your creatives can go in and get the high-res file straight out of the brief without having to find it on a server. They're going straight into the DAM to access the thing, which creates a lot more efficiency for your creative team. So if I go into an example job, I've got a couple of jobs here. So if I go to this one, this is an advert for Hello magazine. So I'm immediately greeted with this timeline, which is like Basecamp. So this is basically a indelible trail of everything that's happened on that job. So every time somebody uploads a comment, changes something, etc., it's recorded in the timeline. It means that everybody knows what everybody's doing. It is indelible, so no one can lie. And basically I get an email notification, but also if it was a notification, I could press this little bell here, and these are my notifications. So I get an email, but also I get a copy of it here just in case I've not seen it. The brief, all the briefs are unique to your client. So if you've got a client that writes War and Peace, ask them 50 questions and let them fill in War and Peace. Same with your account managers. If you've got a client that literally just wants to write 5 lines, then give them one box and give them 5 lines. This is so each brief is tailored to the client and also to the type of job. So a digital brief for a banner will be a completely different set of questions to a piece of direct mail or a video product production. So this particular one is for an ad. So these are all the questions. I can add pictures, I can add the products, I can add links. So we call it dynamic visual briefing. So it's dynamic to the job, and it makes briefing far more visual. And basically it's an ABC, so you can't get it wrong. Answer the questions and you've got a foolproof brief. You know what that means. Get a foolproof brief and you're going to be far more efficient of delivering a better job for your client, and also far quicker. So again, it's back to efficiencies. I want to be able to upload my proofs for my client to see. So in here I've only got one proof uploaded. If there was another one, it'd be, say, version 2. And I can see all the comments that either my account manager or my clients have said, from make him smile, could he be better looking, can we use the image without children, clean this guy's boots, etc. So I literally can just click where I want to do it and type a comment and add it, and it'll appear. And once I've approved that, then basically everybody gets a copy of that and a notification that I've just made those amendments to the proof. If we put a new version in here, so I had to upload a version 2, then this version 1 would be greyed out. So I can still go and see all the comments that have been put on that version 1, but I can no longer use it. So that's version control. So that's proofing, briefing and timeline. And then fundamentally I can see the job here, I can see the price, and I can also change the agency and also the client stakeholders who are going to receive the notifications on that job. Okay, if I wanted to set up a new job, I can do that here, and literally I'm going to do, it's a print job, and within that I'm going to do a creative design for print. So, and again, all of this is configured in the back end. So the job name is test print job, and the required date is the 19th of October, and I've now created a job. And because the system knows what type of job it is, it's immediately created the brief, and I can literally fill those things in there. I can add a product from the lightbox to that job if I wanted to, or I can choose a file. So literally it's foolproof briefing. Okay, so that's how to create a new job. I can search jobs, obviously within my DAM. Again, it's specific to my clients, and I can use that for anything. And then finally, I've got notifications, my light box, and then I've also got this thing here which is like a checkout trolley. And what this allows you to do is to store your briefs and create all your briefs without actually submitting them. So if you notice here, the one I've just set up, this job is not live. Click here for acceptance. So what it allows me to do, either as an account manager or a client, is to work on all my briefs. So if I'm a retailer and I've got a campaign, I might be doing my digital briefs, my POS briefs, my print, my packaging, whatever it might be. But I don't actually know until I've got to the final campaign. I don't know the details of the products. So I know the campaign, but I don't know the products. So I'm going to prepare all my briefs, keep them here. Once I've got my products, they'll be in the DAM. I can add them to my brief and literally click here and fire them straight into the system for approval. And once they've been approved and the briefs check, then obviously production can take place. So that principally is Agency 247. It's about working with multiple clients, it's working with jobs end to end, it's project collaboration within the timeline, it's proofing, and it's storing your assets for your client in their digital asset management system. That makes you very, very valuable to your client, and it makes your agency relationship very sticky. All of this is configured in the back end, so I can add staff, I can have officers, I can have multiple officers in different time zones and different countries. The platform is global, it knows exactly where you are and will alter the time on the job according to where you are. I can add staff or delete staff. I can add new clients here. So I can add a new client, it'll immediately give them a 30-day free trial. I can manage the users for each client and activate them or not activate them or remind them of their login details. I just add them here. If somebody leaves, I literally just click that button and they're out. So I've got complete user access controls. I can configure all the main genres of the digital asset management system, and then I can change the filters as I showed you earlier to each client, and that can be generic across all clients, i.e. brands. But then I can go in and say Heineken and Peroni, they're just specific to my brewery client, whereas Reebok and Adidas, they're specific to my fashion retailer. So everything is configured there. And I've got a list here of 60 briefing questions that are already sat in the system when you get it, which literally cover just about every question you could want to ask in a brief. However, if there isn't, click that button and add a new question, and then all you do is create job types. So I've got stuff set up here for videos, social, print job, photo shoot, RML. Again, if I want a new job type, I just add that. I can make that specific to all my clients or just a specific client who buys digital stuff off me. Then I can create the template for questions. So it's a digital banner. So the questions I'm asking here are deadline, quantity, banner size, technical spec, campaign title, content requirements, copy brief, mandatories, etc., etc. So, and again, I can make that specific to all my clients, or I can change that to a specific client to suit the way that they want to work. Finally, I get to play around with logos and colours of my portal, and that pretty much is it. So it literally is that. So there's a front end, there's a back end. You configure it once and pretty much leave it alone, and then work with your clients and lock them in. And that's Agency 247 client portal. I hope that's been a bit of a fly through overview for you, and you found it of interest. Okay, my name's Nick Aldrich. We're Pixel Barbecue, and this is Agency 247. Get signed up for your free trial now. You've got nothing to lose. Okay, take care. Bye.